If we don't have some sort of proper archive of our experiences, it disappears with us. And I think, life has moved so very, very quickly. The life that people in Bessbrook now have compared to those, even say their great-grandparents, is in such a huge contrast that, unless we get this documented and properly documented in an interesting way, which will engage especially younger people, it will be lost to us forever. But of course, these things are not possible without funding. So when the Heritage Lottery Fund came in and agreed to fund the project, Newry, Mourne and Down District Council were absolutely delighted to manage it, because we recognised that Bessbrook was quite a historic village and we wanted to make full use of that funding and come in just to manage and support it.
I was part of the steering group to try and encourage the archives and finding out and recording the memories of the people of Bessbrook and putting it together before it's lost, because every generation that goes on, you lose another layer of history.
It was felt that a good way to, ignite that interest within the schools was to do it through art, because all children love art. An artist came in and worked very closely with the different schools. They did a variety of different art-related skills, including felt making, creative writing, and from that, all of their thoughts were put down on a collage. The collage was all the different children's ideas and thoughts and experiences of the village. So it is there now as a piece of artwork that will stay hopefully within the village for many, many years and generations, just recording the history. But it was good that we were able to find the medium of art to really engage with the young people, because again, the young people themselves would have had no real knowledge of it, but by going and speaking to grandparents and neighbours, they were able to come and create these pieces of artwork and pictures and writings which showed the things that ignited their imagination when talking about their history. The art piece was actually shown to us all whenever we had our first public meeting in the town hall, and we had Alf McCreary and Graham McAleer, but obviously it was opened up to the floor, and there were a huge number of people there that were able to share their stories of the mill. So in the town hall in Bessbrook on that night, we actually saw the tapestry, and I think everybody was just amazed by it, because it's lovely to see that the children are taking on board what they have learned and that it has been documented in a very visual way. So while the art project was extremely successful, we then sort of moved seamlessly into the documentary stage, which was further engagement with, the next stage of younger people. They were then sort of trained up in the skills of interviewing, camera skills, that type of thing, and they were given the free range to go and create their own character built on what they had learned, and to be very much hands-on part of the actual filming of that documentary. So not only has this sort of generated the whole history within the village, it has given a group of young people additional skills that without this they simply would never have the opportunity to learn. So that in itself has been a very positive thing to come out of it. A second meeting was set up in the town hall, and people were actually asked if they had anything in their kitchen cupboard or on top of a wardrobe that related to the mill or to Bessbrook, to bring it forward so that it could be identified and documented. So now the whole point of this is that all of those things will have been properly catalogued, and there is now a digital archive of everything that we have found to date, and we are hoping that as time goes on that can be expanded. The aim was really to have, something that was tangible in terms of moving forward in the future and keeping our history alive.
I think it's important that moving forward that people will continue to engage with the archive and continue to make information and objects or whatever they find available for other people to enjoy. So that's the aim, that it will carry on. It's not finishing now, it keeps going.
Well, there's always been a good community within Bessbrook, and of course over the years Bessbrook has grown like every other village in town. So this was, I suppose, the adhesive that was going to be used to bring everyone together, and I think that is what really we have achieved from this. And this was, sparking that interest among everybody and pulling everybody together so they could appreciate the heritage of their village, and it is very much their village. And even looking at things with new eyes, like looking at how beautiful and charming our two squares are, you know, the reason Fountain Street is called Fountain Street, you know, the connection with other fabulously historical sites in the locality, you know, such as Mourne House. This project has been the glue that has brought all of those things and all of those people together in a very positive way. So anyone that is actually looking for any information on the project, or indeed anybody that thinks they can add to the project in the future, and particularly the archive, they can actually find us on www.bessbrook.org.